What's going on, guys? It is your motivation guy. That's right, your friend, the one and only Keith Allen. And I'm not in person today because I have to record from home because of all this COVID-19 business. And you know what? I'm rolling with the punches. I choose to be positive, and I want you guys to choose to be positive. I know it's so inconvenient to not be able to do the things that you want to do, go where you want to go, hang with the people that you want to hang with. So many things are being canceled. There's so many things going on, but let's choose to be positive, all right? Listen, I'm in person, but you got to check me out on my Instagram at Your Motivation Guy. Check me out. I'm putting up posts to inspire you to be great in this life, all right? Also in this game, man, this is what we got to do. Let's change the world, guys, one person at a time. Y'all with me? Okay, so guys, in today's video, we're going to be showing you guys the story of YouTuber Lazarbeam and how he went from a high school dropout to an international internet superstar. All right, guys, so for our question of the day, what's your favorite Lazarbeam video? I'll let you know my opinion later on in this video. But before we get into this, all right, we got to talk about you for a second. Everybody say, it's time to talk about me. All right, so do you feel like your Fortnite skills are sorely lacking? Do you think you can have a little bit more improvement? Well, don't worry, my friends. The ProGuides website has you guys covered, where we have pro coaches who can help you forge into the ultimate Fortnite player. They're going to teach you guys structure, mental discipline, mechanics, and much more. So, what are you waiting for? All right, guys, it's about that time. Ladies and gentlemen around the world, you better scream this out. It's time to sit back, come on, relax, and grab some of my favorite candy. What is that, guys? Come on, say with me. It's that bunch of crunch. And you know we better get this going. When Fortnite took the world by storm, it raised a whole new generation of content creators to the peak of YouTube. There were pro players able to finally get their chance to shine, streamers that had managed to find their niche, and YouTubers that had something fresh to make videos on. Lazarbeam didn't rely on Fortnite to change his life, but it definitely helped.
I'm so bad! Ah! Ah!
Sometimes, people think that school simply isn't for them, even if they don't have something like YouTube to fall back on. When Lazarbeam was just 15 years old, he didn't have anything close to an online entertainment career, but he already knew that his future didn't lie in books and exams. By dropping out of school, it isn't an easy choice, and it came with its own set of hardships and challenges. Lazarbeam had to find work, and fast. The work he ended up finding was a construction job. It wasn't something that he enjoyed, physical labor, constructing buildings no matter the weather, but it paid the bills, right? And served as the gateway into something he actually did enjoy. When Lazarbeam started making YouTube videos, there was nothing to do with gaming in the slightest. And in fact, he didn't even really appear in them. Instead of just making gaming content, he worked with what he had at the time and decided to make content while he was at work. How do you make entertaining videos on a construction site? You focus on the destruction. The videos are all private now, but Lazarbeam's first channel was called Crush Slash and was focused around things being crushed and destroyed by various construction vehicles.
Let's do this. Wow.
There was a wide variety of destruction involved, from computers being run over by bulldozers to Christmas baubles being decimated by wood chippers. Lazarbeam has described his antics on the Crush Slash channel as being an Australian knockoff version of the slow-mo guys. And that really was just him and his brother doing illegal things with construction machinery. It was clearly something that Lazarbeam enjoyed though, because he also said that he probably would still be doing it today if his camera gear didn't get stolen. But the fact of the matter is this, his camera gear did get stolen. And all of a sudden, Lazarbeam had no way to express his new passion, making YouTube content. With no camera gear to record the destruction he had become so used to, Lazarbeam was finally introduced to the world of gaming content, and his journey could truly begin. While it might not be so obvious in his videos anymore, Lazarbeam has always been a fan of American football. Most football fans of the game first and the Madden series of the video game second, but in Lazarbeam's case, it was the total opposite way around. When he was growing up, Lazarbeam saw an episode of Family Guy featuring Tom Brady, and by the time he started playing Madden, Brady was the only character he knew. So he started to use the Patriots and over time became a massive fan. Why are we talking football and Madden? Because this is where Lazarbeam's gaming YouTube career really got started. This is where Lazarbeam really got started, and you can see the influence these earlier videos have had on his channel even in his most recent videos. Lazarbeam has always loved, doing challenges, and these early Madden videos were no different. He threw tiny characters against giant characters. He tried to simulate major plays from real-life NFL games, and he even tried to get quarterback Aaron Rodgers to catch a Hail Mary. When it comes to growth on platforms like YouTube, everyone knows that you have to be playing the right kind of game to really get noticed by the masses of content watchers out there. Madden was not the right kind of game. There is a definite ceiling in the amount of people that watch Madden content on YouTube and Twitch, probably much lower than the amount of people that watch actual American football. Lazarbeam had a new choice to make. He could continue only to make Madden videos and watch his growth on YouTube stagnate, or he could play games that would guarantee him a wider viewership base. As you can tell by the fact we're even making this video, Lazarbeam ditched Madden for bigger and better things. Not all of his original fans were happy with this choice, with many claiming that he was just selling out just to get more views, though eventually that just became a meme surrounding his channel. Why was Lazarbeam a sellout? Because one of the games he chose to play was the game that was quickly becoming a global phenomenon, Fortnite Battle Royale. His first Fortnite video was made when the game was in its first season, back when we were all bots and had no idea what was really going on. The video was called #1 Battle Royale Strategy, Fortnite Battle Royale, and has since managed to rack up 1.5 million views. As with all of Lazarbeam's most influential videos, it started with a challenge, though this time, one that was simple. He would play Fortnite for as long as it took for him to get a win, and with a few days of playing under his belt, that wasn't going to be especially easy. The first game looked like it was going to go well. Lazarbeam got a sniper early and enough shield portions to put him up to max health. But then another player managed to hunt him down in a basement and eliminate him without even taking a single shot of damage. It's here that we realize why Lazarbeam said this would be a challenge. He's not particularly good at Fortnite Battle Royale. After a quick listen of his pump up song, Lazarbeam was right back into it. After finding a scar, Lazarbeam remarks that there must be no way he could possibly mess things up. At first, it looked like he might have been right, and even managed to get a couple of eliminations. But it was only a matter of time before he came up against someone who actually knew how to build, and they managed to take him out with ease. With a shotgun and a scoped rifle in his inventory, it looked like the tide was finally going to change for Lazarbeam. He even managed to get himself to a supply crate. Time went on, Lazarbeam had a ton of materials and made it into the top 5. He built himself a base, and then this was the result.
What?
The best Lazarbeam managed to do in that video was the second place spot, a position he only managed to achieve by hiding out in bushes and abusing the fact that people couldn't see him at the time. He may not have managed to get the first place spot in his first Fortnite Battle Royale video, but it started off a journey for him to evolve, from being a player with 0 wins to being a player with, 1 win. It finally happened on Lazarbeam's third video. In a video named 15 Hours, 1 Challenge, it finally happened. Lazarbeam managed to score his very first solo win. He did pretty much nothing for the entirety of the game, right up until the final circle, where he managed to take out 2 people and finally get the win. Why was the video called 15 Hours, 1 Challenge if the video wasn't 15 hours long? That's how long Lazarbeam had to play to finally get a solo win. It may seem strange that a YouTuber who was so obviously bad at Fortnite would decide to take that game as their focus for a YouTube channel, but Lazarbeam just went from success to success. Unlike Madden, Fortnite didn't have a viewership ceiling. Almost everyone in the world watched and played Fortnite Battle Royale, and so his channel was able to balloon in size. In April 2019, his YouTube channel finally reached the 10 million subscriber mark, marking him as the second ever Australian gaming-related content creator to reach the milestone. By July 2019, he was the 3rd most subscribed Fortnite-centric streamer, with over 10.8 million subscribers and over 3 billion views. But some things never changed, and the comedy-centric challenge-styled videos were where Lazarbeam felt most comfortable. From spawning over 1,000 bots in creative mode to the climate change challenge, where Lazarbeam had to traverse the Chapter 2 Season 2 map while only sticking to the areas that were still covered in snow. His channel has been able to boom to over 12 million subscribers, with every video pulling over 4 million views in the last 3 months. To say he's become a success would probably be a bit of an understatement. By the end of 2019, it had been announced that Lazarbeam would be appearing as himself in the movie Free Guy, a movie that takes inspiration from both Grand Theft Auto and Fortnite. Following an NPC in a video game world who discovers that his world is in fact just an open world video game. He was also acknowledged in the 2019 end of year roundup video, YouTube Rewind 2019, as being the 8th most viewed content creator on the planet, with a total of 2 billion views in 2019. In 2020 alone, Lazarbeam has already had some extreme successes. It was announced that he, along with a couple other YouTubers, has signed an exclusivity deal to only stream on YouTube, making him immediately one of the biggest dedicated streamers on the site. In reaction to the announcement, Lazarbeam decided to do a 12-hour-long charity stream alongside some of other Australian YouTubers in order to raise money to fight the terrible Australian bushfires that were occurring at the time. They managed to raise 100,000 Australian dollars for the cause. There have been some wobbles along the way, especially in late 2019, when Epic Games added items like the Brute, the giant mechanical monster of mayhem that many of the Fortnite community despised in Season X. Lazarbeam was incredibly critical. He claimed, alongside many other streamers, that the Brute was an overpowered and unbalanced addition to the game, and that it should probably be removed. Then when Chapter 2 finally launched in October 2019, Lazarbeam seemed to have ditched Fortnite Battle Royale almost entirely. He claims that since Chapter 2 has arrived, Epic Games simply haven't been updating the game as much as they should, and as such, his interest in it has fallen off slightly. Instead, Lazarbeam has posted Roblox videos, TikTok videos, and Minecraft videos, up until the latest update where Fortnite added helicopters to the game. New content updates like this is what keeps Fortnite fresh and replayable, so it's no surprise that the biggest change to Fortnite Chapter 2 would bring him back. How long would his renewed new interest in Fortnite last? There's no real way to say, but considering Lazarbeam has code LASER tattooed on his arm, it's likely he'll never abandon Fortnite Battle Royale forever. From being a kid who dropped out of school at a construction job, making videos on slow motion destruction, to a Madden Challenge content creator, to one of the biggest Australian gaming YouTubers, this was the untold story of Lazarbeam's rise to Fortnite fame.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe and, share with your friends, man. This is a special channel. We got so much going on. We just want to make sure that you are the best version of you, that you fulfill everything that you're supposed to, man. We believe in you guys, man. Keep going, and we'll see you next time.